Hi, everyone. This is my interview uh, on Equitable Advisors about Tyler Engel. Equitable Advisors, how I found Tyler. I was looking through contacts through LinkedIn for someone in a position like Tyler. I really like the company Equitable Advisors as they had a branch local to my hometown in Oak Brook, Illinois, which is about 15 minutes away from me, so it would have been perfect to work there. Just because of the locality and commute would have been very easy. Also, the company had very good values, a good environment, and good team culture. Luckily, my dad's very close friend knew Tyler since he was a kid, as they grew up together, and he ended up sending me Tyler's contact info. And then we scheduled a meeting from there. That's how I got to meet Tyler. Who I interviewed, this is Tyler Engel. He's a regional vice president at Equitable Advisors, located in Oak Brook, Illinois. His position is working in financial advising, leadership recruiting, and team development. He's worked at Equitable Advisors since 2019, which is over 6 years. His merit is he's completed the Series 7, 63, 66, and 24, along with a wide range of insurance licenses. He specializes in working with families, educators, and business owners, and so does Equitable Advisors. They're mainly focused on small companies and single families in financial planning instead of more leaning towards bigger companies and managing them. It's more of a business to consumer aspect. Then there's Tyler's contact info, which is what I use to set up the meeting. Why I chose him for this interview. He transitioned from a student athlete to financial professional to a leadership role in a very quick period of time. Tyler works in a competitive industry where personal development matters, which is a big thing for me. The path of advisory to management is a very popular career path to choose. I wanted to hear from somebody who chose Equitable Advisors and why Tyler chose to stay there all this time. Because it seems like it's a great firm, and he's been there for a while. Tyler's a great person from the call I had with him. Very down to earth guy. Um, he had nothing but nice things to say about the company. So I was very intrigued after that. And even before, too, I mean, uh, doing some research into Equitable, they were very reputable. They have over 100 billion in assets under management. So they're a pretty popular firm, and they have a lot of credibility when it comes to their advisors. Their clients love them. They have good business to business relationships. Overall, just a very clean slate firm. A little more information about Tyler. He went to University of Illinois Champaign for school. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in financial planning. And then he also did sports. He played college baseball all 4 years at UIUC. And he was actually drafted out of high school by the Cincinnati Reds. But Tyler chose to choose a career in college academics and go for financial planning instead of going for pro baseball, which is crazy to say. It's crazy to think that he was drafted and he was that good. Tyler's role today at Equitable Advisors. Here's his contact form at the bottom on the right. This is what is sent automatically in his email, which I thought was very cool and fancy. As mentioned before, Tyler sits at the prestigious position of regional vice president and at Equitable Advisors. Tyler leads and develops new financial advisors, as well as managing recruiting coming into the Oak Brook office. He coaches advisors on planning. Excuse me. He coaches advisors on planning, insurance, investments, and prospecting. Works in multiple forms of financial metrics and when it comes to financial planning. And he even runs his own book with his own clients, so he's very reputable. One of the few most interesting things and takeaways I learned from Tyre about him and his work was, first of all, that he had a very good mindset, athletic mindset since he played baseball for 4 years at a D1 place like UIUC, very competitive, and that seems like it stuck with him because he has this mindset where he wants to be in a competitive environment, and that's what Equitable gave him. He liked his career path because of that, and it fed his athletic mindset and hunger, and it gave him motivation. He liked the idea of performance to reward. The better you do, the better you get rewarded. He said that financial advising gave him just the right mix of people, numbers, and a role in leadership he was looking for. He needed to be coachable. Oh, he's saying you need to be coachable and willing to learn for new incoming prospects, um, which I thought was interesting. He's kind of bringing off some of his mindset, which I really liked. Have to have a driven personality, like how he has an athlete mindset, ready to put in consistent work. Why Equitable Advisors was right for him. Equitable Advisors offered him a team environment instead of a lone wolf mentality. They offered good mentorship structure. Equitable offered a competitive landscape that was like his competitive D1 baseball days. They provided him an upward spring into leadership role with effort and hard work, as Tyler did become the regional vice president in less than 4 years, which is very impressive. Equitable gave him the competition and positive teamwork that promoted hard work for substantial rewards and bonuses and compensation. What I learned about the industry is, for the first question, how many goals and values line up with Tyler's career path or industry. My goal is to align with Tyler because I like the competitive aspect and value that he puts towards personal growth. I think that's very important. His path shows one of self-autonomy, self-improvement, and helping others reach their full potential, which I think is just great. Excuse me. What I learned about the career and field and industry, I learned a lot from Tyler's informational interview and about his job role being a financial advisor, and that there was way more of a entrepreneur aspect that I didn't think went into financial planning, which was really cool. It's an industry that heavily values trust, responsibility, credibility, and lots of client communication. It's like you need to be your best self. It's not a place where you can fudge up stuff and not be your best person. Bernie Sanders once said, or not Bernie Sanders, the guy that runs Coca-Cola or owns Coca-Cola, it takes 10 years to build your reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it, which I think is a good quote. Because you could spend all this time building yourself up, but you could ruin it so quickly. How will this knowledge impact my career choices or the ways an applicant would strategically present themselves in a field like Tyler's? This interview showed me that most applicants are looking for what kind of people they're looking for when filing for positions like this. They want people that are coachable and ready to be a leader, people that are hungry, ready to put in the work as well, and that have a good financial knowledge and understanding of what it takes to just be an advisor itself, besides all the technicalities. Someone who can carefully mix the 3 skills of financial knowledge, leadership, and client interaction. The people that can do all these are the ones that will succeed in the end. Recommendations for career preparation after meeting with Tyler. I want to start looking into studying and eventually passing the financial certifications. The ones that he started off with, which are the Series 7, 63, and then some financial modeling. I also like to work on my personal interaction skills by talking to new people or practicing industry-related conversation on LinkedIn or Handshake to professionals or employees. I like to improve my Excel craft and data analytics skills to be more prepared for the role. Start building a network sooner rather than later, and be prepared for any. And my most favorite one or most important one, I should say, is to be prepared for any sort of unplanned event that comes my way, and remember to remain calm and deal with the problem one step at a time. I think that's very important. And for my SMART goals, I'd like to start studying for financial certifications, manage my time efficiently, attend future career events, as well as an Equitable Advisors meeting that Tyler invited me out to meet some of the sales reps on the 22nd of December, which I'm excited for. or reach out to other career professionals and set up meetings to learn about their position and what they think about the job. And lastly, to try my hardest and push myself to continue action and strides and to stay consistent so I will have an easier time applying myself for career positions in the future. My overall reflection is this interview gave me real insight into what the job of financial planning is like beyond what a website or a job posting says on LinkedIn or Handshake. I learned about how people succeed in this role and what it takes and what challenges advisors must face to get the job done right. Some difficulties I went through was the scheduling was minorly difficult. We had a little trouble at the beginning. Just setting up the meeting, I had to email them 2 different times. But after that, we were able to get it settled out, and we were able to have the meeting set up through Teams, or a phone call, excuse me. We called on the phone. Had a nice 20-minute interview about just kind of asking him what he thinks about the role, the positions available, and then I got into the informational interview where he kind of just talked about his whole career path, what made him decide it, all the stuff that I explained before. I kind of had those written out on notes as to what I thought would be good to learn about him. And it was very cool, by the way. I mean, to learn that he was a professional baseball player damn near, and he got drafted. It's pretty awesome. It was also a bit challenging to think of things off the top of my head during the interview when I ran out of material. I had questions prepped, as I said, but I didn't prepare enough because there was points in times where he'd finish answering a question I asked, and I'd be like, "Whoa, shoot! I don't have anything else right now. I got to just skip into a different topic," which was annoying. But my improvements I want to make are my approach change in ways, or what has changed this, like what this interview taught me, and how to do my approach differently was it changes. It helped me change in ways of having more and deeper questions prepared to ask, as well as good follow-up questions that were insightful or are insightful and make Tyler think for a moment on the proper answer instead of them just being quick yes or no's. I want to try and build long-term connections. And lastly, I want to try and build long-term connections with contacts and not just leave it as one conversation and gone. I want to stay in touch more. And yeah, that's my interview presentation. Overall, it was very fun. I learned a lot from Tyler, and I definitely have to call him again and just catch up with him as well as just pick his brain because he's a very insightful guy and he's very smart, hardworking, and it was really nice to meet him. But thank you.